People, Deluded, I'm back again. Good morning, I hope you're all doing well and safe this Tuesday morning. Yeah, as you're preparing to go to work, school, whatever you're doing with the day, I hope you're all safe. But on Thursday, Arsenal welcome Olympiacos in the second leg of the Europa League. Obviously, I don't need to sit here and bore you with why we need to go as far in the Europa League as we potentially can. I won't go as far to say we're seeing a resurgence under Arteta, because we're not. We're playing better. We're seeing, that doesn't mean there's not positives. We're seeing, people adapting to tactics, people learning from mistakes, people better learning how to defend, attacking a bit more coordinated. There's a bit more structure in several different aspects. I'm seeing a manager who has a clear philosophy, and I'm seeing players buy into him and play with consistency. So, like I said, that's all good and dandy, but I wouldn't say it's a resurgence because we've got a long way to go. We're moving in the right direction. Europa League is something that it can make us have a good season, as you know, in terms of Champions League. I mean, it's been a season of up and downs. We're only in the Champions League realistically when we're in it for the financial gains, as well as just being a number. Let's be honest, Arsenal are not serious in the Champions League. We're not trying to win it. Obviously, everyone wants to win it, but we ain't got the credentials. But either way, we need to take this tie seriously. It's only half time in the tie. Over 2 legs, there's 180 minutes of football. We're literally at half time. It's 90 minutes. It's lovely that we went to Greece on just a quick summary. We went to a tough ground in Greece. We played, we had a centre half at right back and things like that. I don't think anyone got injured. I think someone had a little knock, but relatively everybody was all right. We kept a clean sheet. We know Olympiacos are a good team with passionate fans. We scored a goal. We kept a clean sheet. We got a vital away goal. If we're honest, we got out of it after we took a while to try and break them down. They started faster than us, and we're going to have to start off fast in our next game. We've actually started off slowly in our 2 Premier League games against Everton and Newcastle respectively, and Olympiacos. So if I'm Arteta and the players and we're scrutinising our performance, we've got to start a bit better. I don't want to see us conceding in the first minute like we did against Everton, or facing a lot of shots and a lot of gifting a lot of possession to Olympiacos. And like we already know, it's fun and games that we have an away goal, but they're coming to us for the second leg. If they score, they complicate matters, people. It's as simple as that. So we need to go out there with the same kind of drive and intent that we've been showing recently. We need to, obviously, for me, any Arsenal fans confident that we're just trying to do a 0-0 thing in the second leg. So we got to go out there, score some more goals, just put the tie beyond any doubt that we're going through, and just simply get over the line, people. There's really not much more to say. And if I'm Olympiacos, they potentially, on reflection of that, they probably should have every bit of confidence. People expect them to go out. They need to score because of the away goals. If I'm honest, I would say if I'm the players and the manager, I'd say, listen, we kept Arsenal out of it for 81 minutes, and then they 9 minutes from time, obviously, Lacazette scored. They needed a touch of fortune to get that. So I'd believe I could come to their place. If you can give them a hard game at your place, I'd believe I could go there. Because you got to look at it. They've been to North London before in the Champions League. Fair enough, it weren't the best of results. And they went away to Bayern Munich and played quite well. Obviously, didn't get the victory. If you can go to Bayern Munich in particular, then you can definitely go to the Emirates Stadium. Let's be honest, it's not the loudest. No disrespect my Arsenal Gooners, but yeah, I'll come there with the bit between my teeth, positive of getting something against Arsenal. And we have everything to lose. Olympiacos have everything to gain, because right now they're going out. So we need to just, what more can I say, but just be professional, get the job done, and get over the line. And come, fight full time. We're thinking of the next round of the Europa League, whoever we're going to face, and we can firmly just focus on West Ham and whatnot. Top 4, I think it's a myth, but mathematically we're drawing closer and we're playing relatively okay. We owe it to ourselves to May at least to push for 5th, 6th. If we can't finish in these roles, just simply to finish as high up the league table as we potentially can. Olympiacos manager said, just because I mentioned them and their side of things, he said, very often football is unfair, and that's why the whole world loves it. We believe in ourselves. We have shown that we can do a lot, and that is how we will fight the deficit. Arsenal have improved a lot, and it will be difficult, but we'll fight. We had a good game, but left with a bitter taste, and that's what it is. They fought as well as they could. They only lost 1-0. It's bitter because they obviously conceded so close from time. So if I'm them, I'm saying, yo, listen, Arsenal, not us. They might be Arsenal, Hollywood. You type in their players on YouTube, you see fancy clips. But I would genuinely go in there with the mindset, if I'm an Olympiacos manager, that or player, to spoil the party and to believe I'm equal, if not better than Arsenal. They should believe they're better than Arsenal. They should believe they could be in their team spots playing for Arsenal instead of the players that are currently there. And that's what I'm fearful of, because they've got nothing to lose. So there shouldn't be a handbrake or them being any tentative and whatnot. We know Olympiacos fans, Greek fans, German fans, and Italian fans, definitely since I've been at the Emirates, they're the most active. So it will almost be like a home game of sorts to them. And Emirates were not the loudest, let's make some noise. So I believe I could get a result if I'm Olympiacos. So it's not plain sailing. Whatever team goes out there, we need to simply do the job, people. It's as simple as that. Like I said, it's the halfway point. The major talking point for me is Bukayo Saka. He looked shattered in the second half. Yes, we played on Sunday. We're not playing again till Thursday. Again, Arteta and the team and the coaching people know the status of Saka's fitness and stuff, but I'm very scared of wear and tear with our young players. That's actually why I wasn't upset that Martinelli wasn't in the side at the weekend. Of course, I'm vexed that he's not in the side. I want him to play, but we need to be very careful with these young players. Now, obviously, we've played on Sunday. He's had, I imagine, Monday was off. Tuesday, or they might have done analytics or a light session, or mainly recovering from Sunday's game. Tuesday, today, I'd imagine there's a proper training session with Arsenal's first team. Wednesday, the same. Thursday, we obviously play. So Saka will be potentially good to go. He'll probably be good to go in that game. I don't think within the context of the game it would make sense to play Pablo Mari. I think you play the players that are in form. He's not out of form, he just hasn't had an opportunity. I think on reflection, Mari's debut will come away to Portsmouth in the FA Cup on, I believe, next Monday, or this Monday coming, don't quote me. So I'd name quite a strong lineup. Obviously Saka has to play because Kolasinac, I thought it was a head injury, allegedly it's a shoulder. When I saw the post-game comments, Arteta more or less said it doesn't look good, and he was waiting for answers and results from the relevant departments. To this knowledge, I'm not informed, but I'm just going to assume a shoulder injury. You're not going to play part of Thursday. I thought it was a concussion. So Saka is probably the biggest talking point, in my opinion. In relation actually to the lineup, I'll go Leno, Maitland-Niles at right back. I'll go David Luiz and Mustafi. You know, I'll probably it's harsh on Socrates. I think Socrates should get it, but I think it's a game. If anything, I'd save Luiz's legs because he's been playing a lot. But the context is of the game. I want the best team out there, so I'm gonna go with Mustafi and Luiz. I think their partnership has been good. We do probably need to rotate. So do you know what? I'll probably take Luiz out of the side, even though I feel more comfortable taking Mustafi. I'm gonna take Mustafi. I'm gonna go with. Let me just start again. I'm gonna go with Leno, Bellerin, Maitland-Niles, Socrates, Mustafi, left back Saka. If Kolasinac can play no part, if he can, then Saka can take the day off. I'm going to go with Kolasinac. In midfield, Torreira, I'm going to go with Torreira. He hasn't started last couple of games, so I'm going to go with Torreira in that role. I'm also going to go with Matteo Guendouzi in that role. In the 10 position, I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. I just want to name the strongest team out, do the job and go home, man. So I'm going to go with Mesut Ozil. Up front, I'm going with Gabriel Martinelli. You know what? Gabriel Martinelli, Pepe on the right. No, Martinelli, Pepe. And I'm going with Aubameyang. Like Eddie probably deserves to start. Eddie deserves to start. Joe probably deserves to start. And Joe probably start ahead of Ozil. But that's my team. I want to go with the strongest lineup and get the team done. It's a difficult one because we played a lot of games. There is a need to rotate. We do have a game really fairly quickly after this, because once that game's done on Thursday, we then turn our attentions to Saturday's game against West Ham, who lost 3-2 yesterday. Watching that game from a tactical point of view in relation to that game. But yeah, if I haven't said it, I'll go Leno, Maitland-Niles, Socrates and Mustafi, Saka, Kolasinac fit, Guendouzi and Torreira in midfield, Mesut Ozil in the 10 position, which will probably be Joe. Up front, Martinelli, Pepe, Aubameyang. Let's just do the job. Get it done, you know, score 2-3 in that first half and certain players can come off. But yeah, that would be it. In terms of stats, people, Arsenal have won 3 of their last 4 home meetings with Olympiacos in all competitions. Though they did lose the last such match 3-2 in the 2015-16 group stages. Including qualifiers, Arsenal progressed from all 17 of their European ties when winning the first leg at home. Including qualifiers, Olympiacos have won just 2 of their 32 European ties when losing the first leg. Excluding qualifiers, Olympiacos have lost 10 of their last 11 games in European competition. Last time they won was in 2018, October of that year. Saka has obviously got the most assists in the Europa League this season, excluding qualifiers, and he's also the first Englishman to assist 5+ goals in a single campaign since the competition was rebranded. So that's a nice little bit of history for Saka. But the only history that matters is trophies. Obviously, I want to win the Europa League and get there because of wounds from last season. But I'd be kidding for you if I wasn't saying the main reason is to be in the Champions League, if we're only going to be in it to make up the numbers and bring back them embarrassing Bayern Munich 10-2 games. But in relation to Olympiacos, it's an opportunity for Arteta to get his first trophy, chance of the Champions League qualification. It's a trophy on the line. In terms of game management, being 1-0 up, if these players want to go to become league champions and all these things in the short to medium term future, they've got to learn how to know the implications of winning, losing and getting a result. And what I mean by that is potentially game management, and we can improve in that aspect. But for now, there's not much more to add, so I'm not going to bore you. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for listening to my preview. People, deluded. Hopefully we get that result on Thursday. But for now, I'm out.